All right, Legends, I'm bringing everything Apex for this morning as we've got Season 16 coming out. Let me just start with Season 15 towards the end was getting better and better. Now, a big reason for this is I took a little bit of a hiatus and I came back and I found that I still love this game. You've seen that in my previous videos, but there's a lot of cool things coming in Season 16 and I wanted to get this out to you right before launch to get you really nice and excited. So first and foremost, let's talk about some of the buffs and let's talk about some of the nerfs that are going to go on. So the first thing I'm going to say is buffs in matchmaking. And you're thinking like, how is that a buff or a nerf? Well, first and foremost, we know that matchmaking has been flawed. You've seen that in my previous videos where I get to play with pro player tech in arenas as a silver and he was a masters. And that didn't work out very well, right? The game went very good, but obviously it's not very fun for either skill level, and we're seeing Apex address this. They want to get way more granular with the matchmaking, both in pubs and in ranked lobbies, so that way it is much more inviting to new players. Now, specifically, let's talk about pubs. I had a brand new player that I've brought into the game 3 times in this last season, and all 3 of them did not continue to play the game because we went into pubs and we were killed by, oh, guess what? Masters and Predators each time. Absolutely crazy. I was playing yesterday in the Valentine's mode and we noticed this again. I'm in gold. I'm in gold too, but in pubs, we were killed by active Predators time and time again, right? So not a lot of fun for new players. For somebody like me, and then like you've seen in the background, Milk, aka Jaeger, we've been playing a long time, and we both had made it to Masters on console. So it's not out of the ordinary to drop in with Masters and Pred players, and that's okay for us. But for some of our friends that are new to the game, that is not okay. So with this new season coming up, they're supposed to get this addressed, supposed to get this fixed. We're going to try this with our friends again, try to bring them back into the game when they can play with people at their own skill level and try to ramp them up because we love this game and we want to continue to grow the player base. So now that I'm off my soapbox, let's go talk about some of the things that are happening in Apex Season 16. I'll try to keep it efficient because I know everybody's excited to get into the game. So first and foremost, legendary shotgun bolt, new shotgun bolt rarity tier added to the floor loot and crafters. This should be pretty cool. Gold perk automatically reloads rounds while sliding, activates while equipped or stowed. Care package rotation, Hemlock Burst AR enters the care package, Rampage LMG returns to the floor. Weapon crafting rotation, Longbow DMR enters the crafter, Volt SMG enters the crafter, G7 Scout returns to the floor, and the Car SMG returns to the floor. Gold weapon rotation, the Nemesis, Rampage, PK, Wingman, and R9. Okay. Anvil receiver hop up, R301, and Flatline. Removed from floor loot and crafting. Hammer points, rounds, hop up, Mozambique, and P20. Added to floor loot crafting, rarity tier increase to legendary. Car SMG reduced base ammo capacity to 19 was 20, R99 increased damage to 12 was 11. So for you folks that want to be one clipping, that's going to be pretty interesting. Love it. Assault rifles significantly reduced hipfire accuracy. R301 reduced damage from to 13 was 14. This will be interesting for you folks that have no mag or a white mag going into your first fight. If you're not hitting all shots, that could definitely change the way that a fight goes, especially with the reduced hipfire accuracy as well. So look for that. Hemlock Burst damage increased to 23 was 20. That's going to be very interesting. I think that this gun's going to be viable just based off of that. Headshot multiplier increased to 1.8 was 1.75. Improved recoil, integrated boosted loader hop up, and then boosted loader, faster reloads at low ammo that overload the magazine with 9 extra rounds. Tell me that the Hemlock is not going to be viable going forward. I would say you're crazy. Mastiff spread pattern adjusted to be tighter. Added tactical stocks attachment to improve reload speed and handling. Increase projectile size at close range. Tells me that we're going to be able to do a little bit more damage and not get quite so many 11s versus 99 type deals. Peacekeeper added tactical stocks attachment to improve reload speed and handling. Increase projectile size at close range. Eva 8 increased projectile size at close range. And then the Rampage LMG floor reverted to non-care package version. Damage reduced to 26, and that was from 28 in the care package. No longer auto-energizes when picking up. Energy decay slower when not firing. We've got a couple of buffs and nerfs to legends, so we'll go through this. So Seer passive heartbeat sensor audio from Seer's passive is now more audible to enemy players. Activation is now delayed to match Ray's animation of weapon or unarmed. Lock-on indication will now only show on heartbeat cadence of target. Tactical focus of attention no longer shows full body scans on scanned targets. Ultimate exhibit no longer reveals on initiation. Duration reduced from 20 to 25 seconds, and cool down increase from 2 minutes to 3 minutes, essentially. So I think that's going to be some good nerfs to Seer. Bloodhound passive tracker. White Ravens will now occasionally spawn near Bloodhound when no enemies are around. White Ravens can be interacted with or scanned to trigger them to fly towards the nearest enemy player. That's going to be pretty interesting. The White Raven will leave a misty trail behind for Bloodhound to follow, and will share this direction with their team on the map. Using a White Raven will recover 25% tactical ultimate charge. Scanning a White Raven will fully refund the tactical charge. Tactical Eye of the Allfather reduce full body scan time from 3 seconds to 1 second. Diamond target on scan enemy is unchanged. Ultimate Beast of the Hunt no longer recharges or speeds up the cooldown rate of Bloodhound's tactical, which is going to be pretty interesting. Will launch a White Raven that flies towards the nearest enemy. Killing an enemy while in the Beast of the Hunt will also trigger a White Raven. So that's kind of an interesting one for Bloodhound. I'm going to want to play this to see, is this going to be a buff or is it going to be a nerf? Or does it really leave Bloodhound where he's at right now with the White Raven versus, kind of messing around with Bloodhound's tactical? Mirage, passive, now you see me. Mirage and his ally now remains cloaked after revive for 3 seconds. This is a huge buff, and I think that this alone is going to make Mirage a lot more viable. Do I think he becomes S tier? No, but I think this pick rate is going to go up. Weapons remain stowed while cloaked. Drawing your weapon will remove the cloaking effect early. Mirage clones, bamboozles are now only triggered by bullet fire and melee. Enemies who are bamboozled now receive notifications on their screen. Bamboozle icon marker now tracks the bamboozled player's movement, and bamboozle icon marker duration increased from 2.5 to 3.5 seconds. All right, Pathfinder, passive insider knowledge. Pathfinder's passive benefits are no longer gained by scanning survey beacons. Pathfinder's passive benefits, ultimate charge and 10 seconds ultimate cooldown reduction, are now gained by revealing care packages with the skirmisher ability. Ultimate zipline gun, max range increased by 60%, max speed increased by 66%, acceleration and exit speed adjustments, targeting improvements including updated visual and audio cues, can no longer place the end station on out of bound zones. That's pretty interesting. Wraith, ultimate dimensional rift. Max portal distance has been doubled from 76 meters to 152 meters. That's super cool. Portal duration reduced from 60 seconds to 45, so not as cool. Wraith now increases speed over time when creating longer portals. Horizon tactical gravity lift, increased weapon spread in gravity lift, increased vertical speed of gravity lift by 10%. So that should be pretty interesting. So you're not going to be able to hit your shots as well, but the speed's going back up, which is nice. I still think that should go back to pre-nerf, but that's okay. Lifeline, passive combat revive, reduce the slow penalty of lifeline when initiating a revive. Ultimate care package, decrease the drop animation speed of care package from 14 seconds to 8 seconds, increase the deployment range of the care package. This really doesn't help a whole lot. Ranked, map rotation. Ranked queue will now rotate through all maps in play, 24 hours per map. The maps for the first split are World's Edge, Storm Point, Broken Moon. This is awesome. Just going to put it there. Outside of that, I'm not going to hit all of the bug fixes and the quality of life stuff. There's a lot of information there that can be covered. So I'm just going to leave you with this, Legends. Number one, if you've got a microphone and you are in ranked and you're higher than gold, turn that microphone on. It can really help us going towards the wins. This will be the first season back in 2 seasons that I want to solo back up to diamond or above. I've been kind of dabbling back into Apex. I'm not going to play this game full time. I would say probably 70-30 between this and Overwatch because I'm still enjoying Overwatch quite a bit. But I would like to meet more legends in the arena, obviously, and I definitely want to win more games. Getting pretty tired of just landing in East Fragment as a Platinum player and getting wiped fairly quickly. So if you've got a microphone and you want to win, let's get that strategy going. Let's talk on the microphone and let's get it. Second thing is, I hope everybody has a great Season 16 launch day. I'm looking forward to it. I've got to work most of the day, so I'm going to be about 8 hours behind. But I am looking forward to that new team deathmatch 6v6. Big win for Apex, bringing in another mode. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is I love the fact that Apex is bringing back all of these limited time modes week in and week out. This is a lot of fun for me, a lot of fun for the players that I'm playing with, and it's really giving me my passion back for Apex Legends. So on that note, I hope everybody has a great week. I'm your host, Soul Betty, and I'm over and out.